Hi everyone, Jenny from Nomadic Hero here. Today we're going to look at a product called Skilldd. Now Skilldd is being released on the 20th of September on Warrior Plus at 10 AM Eastern Standard Time. This product, Skilldd, there's two different parts to this. It's basically a Fiverr training, and it teaches you everything you probably need to know about doing Fiverr gigs. If you're not interested in Fiverr, then this is all this product is about. If you are interested in Fiverr, then what you need to know is this has been a previous product called Fiverrocket, which was released in April, which looked like this. Now this particular product is quite good. It gets super fast results. It's good for newbies, good for experienced marketers and so forth. So it's a good introduction into Fiverr. Now if you wanted to buy this product on its own, it's still available and it costs you a grand total of $8 at the moment. What this one here is doing is reproducing that original product and introducing two separate apps that we'll take a look at. The creators of Skilldd are Team Black Belt, Art Flair, Ram Warrett and Palab Gosal, and the Fiverr portion, the Fiverrocket 2.0, is created by Max Gerstenmaier. Now what this product looks like on the inside is this sales page. It's a lot of training here. Reveals a $1 billion company, which we know as Fiverr, pays you $10-20 over and over for copy and pasting simple images. Now there's a lot of hype going on. Zero extra expenses, which is not quite true. There are some expenses as we go through. So what we might do now is just go straight to the inside. Let's look at the members area and just see what the training is about. Now I've gone through all this training, that's just so you don't have to do it, and I'll give you a summary here. There is an introduction from Max. Mindset is exactly that. What Max does tell you is that you need to focus on the long term. This is a business, treat it as a business. You need to put the work in, and there's no push button profits, and this is a real business from day one. Important points. This is about time planning. There is a weekly planner in there if you want it to download. He shows you the proof use method. These are just some screenshots of the dollars that he's earned, which look genuine. He does show you how to set up an account and become a seller on Fiverr. Now remember, Fiverr is very competitive. He takes you through the different levels of sellers. This is how you can actually progress within Fiverr. You can go from being a newbie in Fiverr and you go through level 1, level 2, and then you become a top seller, and he actually expands on that and tells you how you can do that. So what he will do under finding gigs is show you what gigs you should be selling, because there are some in there that are far too competitive and it's probably a good place to stay out of, and there are some that don't earn particularly much money at all because the demand isn't there. So what he says in here, and it's quite important, what you should be looking at are two things: the competition. You need less than 50,000 sellers, and also you need to look at the number of sales, the top sellers in that particular category that you're looking. You'd want high sales, and so that's the two things: competition and sales are the most important thing. But sometimes you don't need to do the work yourself. You can actually put it out to somebody else at a lower price, get it done, and then sell it on to the next person at a higher price. There are tools available within Fiverr, and he does cover those as well. He talks about his favorite gigs. In this video here, he does cover 3 different products here, and he's obviously an affiliate for selling these products as well. So there's quite a few sales pitches in here, not dressed up as such, but what he's saying is, for example, this ebook cover tool here is referring to a product called Scribble. Now Scribble is sold on ClickBank and I believe on JVZoo as well. It's quite a good product, but he's suggesting that, you know, if you don't necessarily have the skills to do some of these things, you can buy a product like this that will help you produce the products that are being demanded on Fiverr. And he presents it in a very authentic way, so it is really worthwhile just going through these trainings and having a look at them all. Now this one, as you can see, there's 12 gigs there that require 0 skills. He's actually drawing out here how you can sell these types of products that are available here by the use of other tools to get you around that skill deficiency that you may have. It is well worth going through these 12 gigs. I won't go into each one. I have actually looked at them all. There's some ingenuity in there. I'll give him credit for doing that. There's a lot of things available there. These two, Skilldd, you'll see these have popped up in here. These are the two apps that Team Black Belt bring to the product. This first one is called Design, and basically it's an app that produces thumbnails. So it'll do thumbnails and you can resize them to be able to create Facebook covers, Instagram posts and so forth. So you do need different sizes, dimensions, etc. to be able to do those. Once I had a look at this, I was convinced that if you go and use Canva, you can get exactly the same outcome and pay absolutely nothing for it. Canva is a brilliant product, and if you need to produce thumbnails that you want to resell, you can actually do that on Canva. There is a Canva Pro as well, but for some of this stuff you really don't need to even upgrade from the free version of Canva. So I would suggest that this app is just not necessary. The traffic app that is being offered is in fact a Chrome extension, and you can install that. The traffic that it deals with is purely Instagram. Now what it does show you in the training is that you can add your affiliate links to the bio or the profile in Instagram, and what the extension will do is allow you to follow the followers. You can put in the niche that you wish to follow in Instagram, and it will find all the various groups that attach to that niche. So you might put in affiliate marketing, and then it'll bob up with a whole stack of groups that sit underneath that, and it will then allow you to follow the followers, to do likes, and even to directly message those people. And it does tell you that it'll do a 30-second time lag between follows and likes, just to prove that it's not a bot. Now I have a problem with this because it's pretty close to spamming as far as I can see. Now it's worth pointing out Instagram's community guidelines here. It says, "We're committed to these guidelines. We hope you are too. Overstepping the boundaries may result in deleted content, disabled accounts or other restrictions." So do be aware they can shut you down on Instagram. Now the sorts of things that I was concerned about here comes under this heading: foster meaningful and genuine interactions. Help us stay spam free by not artificially collecting likes, followers or shares, posting repetitive comments or content, or repeatedly contacting people for commercial purposes without their consent. Now this app that Team Black Belt are promoting is in fact spamming people. It says that you can just contact these people, you can direct message them, and the reality is that that comes into contact without their consent for commercial purposes. And frankly, you know, this is the risk you run. You might do it for a little while and be fine, or you might find that your account can be restricted or closed down in some way. So that's my concern about this particular product. Spam free has zipped back to the Facebook area, and Instagram, Facebook are the same. It says, do not post, share, engage with content or create content that either manually or automatically at very high frequencies. And this is why Team Black Belt is suggesting that you wait 30 seconds between posts, because it's trying to get around this. And then it actually goes on to explain a bit further about engaging with content, liking, sharing before people are able to view or interact with promised content. Where to get licensed stock footage. Now it does give you a suggestion to use StockJam, which you need to purchase, but the reality is there's lots of free sources around these days and you probably would not need to do this. Creating your gig. Now as far as I'm concerned, this one is one of the best pieces of information in this product. It actually tells you how to create your gig, check out your top competitors and emulate some of what they do. That is good. It tells you how to create your gig. It's a full-on setup process. The video goes for about 25 minutes and gives you a really good idea of what you should and shouldn't do. Training, this is another really good one. Between creating and 16 page 1 ranking secrets. Very, very good. And each of these, once you've gone through those and put them into practice, and it will take some time obviously to set them into practice, you know, he does actually give some good tips all the way through that. It's quite an interesting viewing. Highly recommended. Send traffic to your Fiverr gigs. Now this is fairly high level, but it all makes sense. It says yes, you can write articles for Medium to try and attract traffic back to your gigs. You can use YouTube, as I'm doing now, to attract traffic back. And it tells you how to do these things, but at a high level, and similarly how to find clients. That's quite good, but it is reasonably high level. Fiverr and affiliate marketing, it just links those two together on about what sorts of content you can make and how you can make that work for you. Again, good value, high level. Build your next income stream. Again, high level, talks about all of these things, but you know, if you're a beginner, it's actually quite a good read and worthwhile. We get to the upgrades, which I'll look at in a moment. There are always upgrades. There's 7 of them there, and I'll have to find somewhere else to find those because there's nothing coming from there. And there are some bonuses from Team Black Belt. The last I looked, there wasn't anything there. Doesn't seem to be anything there still, even though products released. There's some unannounced bonuses. That's the total of the training. It does say access advanced training up here, but I don't seem to be able to do that. I must need another login to do that. So the front end is priced at $17, and as you've seen, it's a piece of software about Fiverr, which provides good value on the front end. It has 2 apps, which it's up to you whether you want to use those or not. I wouldn't be recommending using either of those. I don't really think they're worthwhile. Now the OTOs. Unlimited Skilldd OTO 1, price $39. Advanced Training OTO 2, full access to Max's secret advanced training, $39. Done For You OTO 3 is priced at $47. One-on-one training, Me Guided by Max, OTO 4, $197. Skilldd with a 10 times multiplier, OTO 5, $97. There's not much detail about these. Skilldd a 6-figure training, OTO 6, price $47, and that is Team Black Belt's super affiliate training and includes Instagram traffic, Google AdWords and product creation module. And last but not least, OTO 7 is the agency and reseller edition at $297. So we're back on the sales page. Big question, is this a product that is worthwhile buying? And if so, how much of the product should you buy? Well, the sales page, as we know, is very hypey. I think there's quite a few misleading statements on this page. In terms of this page, it says this is copy and paste simple, but I think those comments are necessarily coming from the Instagram app, in which case, if that's the only focus, it's not really making a comment as far as the Fiverr is concerned, because certainly the Fiverr is a real business, and yes, it's going to take a bit of work to set up. Fiverr is very, very competitive, and so the tips that Max has provided are probably very good tips and necessary for you to survive in that sort of environment. One thing I did notice here is it says there's a 365-day money-back guarantee, but if you go to the end of this, it gives you a summary, and it's got risk-free 60-day money-back guarantee, so I don't know whether it's 365 or 60, so there is that to consider. Free support at any time, so I don't think that I need to go through any further than this. Should you buy? I would say if you want to look at the front end product, don't be too concerned about the 2 apps that have been added in there, but just the training that is there on Fiverr, if you're interested, is actually quite good training. Max states that it's Fiverrocket 2.0. Now the one I showed you earlier that's still for sale is only available for $8. The training is probably a bit amended or a bit changed. I think there's a bit of extra information that's probably been put in for 2.0. It's up to you. I think that training is worthwhile. So if you like Max's style, you might choose to go to an OTO that involves some of Max's further training. If you're a beginner, you know, just getting started, it's probably enough just to get that front end product, because there's a huge amount of training in there. It's really quite good. So I'd recommend certainly buying the front end and probably ignoring the apps completely. My recommendation. That takes us to the end of this video. I hope you've found some useful information along the way. Thank you for watching today, and if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, then please do so and give me a thumbs up and ring the bell for future updates. Okay, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.